the top 10 wide receivers, the last time I did it was almost 3 weeks ago, and we have gotten, I think, 6 or 7 new cards on this list since the last time I've did it. So if you guys enjoy top 10s like this and you always want to stay updated on the best cards in the game and how to buy them and what order to buy them, you found the right place, man. Make sure you hit that like, hit the subscribe. We also do gameplays on most of these cards as well. I do gameplays typically on all the big name new cards. So if you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like, hit the subscribe, and let's jump right into number 10 here. If you were looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor, EasyMut, and use code SHOE for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. Start off the list at number 10. We have Jamar Chase's brand new weekly wildcard card that came out, and I know a lot of people were very disappointed in the card. Obviously, Jamar is one of the best wide receivers in the game when he had his most feared card early on, but being an LTD in a promo where the LTDs are very, very rare, and also only getting 95 speed, so many people were disappointed. I still think he's a top 10 wide receiver in the game, but for being brand new and also, like I said, being an LTD, we wanted to see more out of Jamar. He's 6 foot, so not overwhelmingly tall, and 95 speed is the average. I mean, we have 96 speed guys now in the game. He doesn't get any special teams. Also, another thing holding him back from being any higher in the list is he kind of doesn't have much abilities. I think Matchup Nightmare is one of the most fraudulent abilities in the game. It fake lights up. It lights up all the time, but it doesn't really do much out there, especially now with KOs and everything. People are putting even mid zones now in their linebackers and their slot corners. I mean, you're not really going to see much of a difference here. But at the end of the day, like I said, I don't want to be too negative on the card because he still is really good. I had a lot of fun in the gameplay. I used him on as well. I was just hoping for more. And also, he is 1.3 million because how rare he is. Yeah, it's a tough card to grade, man. I'm really just kind of hating right now, but I wanted more out of Jamar. I did. I think we all did, right? So moving over to number 9, Rod Smith is one of the most underrated cards in this game. I don't know if it's just because of name value or what it is, but we have another 6-foot wide receiver right here. And this is why I think a lot of people are annoyed with Jamar, right? This is like the exact same card, 95 speed, same exact height. He also doesn't have garbage catching traffic like Jamar did at 87. He has 95 instead. So basically the exact same card, just a little bit better statistically. But he also came with better abilities too. I mean, if you come over here, he has wide receiver apprentice for 1, which is good. I mean, we always like to see apprentices, even with Power Master in the game, because not everybody uses Doug Williams or Stroud or whatnot. But you got Playmaker for 1, Slot-O-Matic for 1. Rod Smith was definitely a solid card all around. I would definitely take these abilities, although it's not 0 like the Matchup Nightmare. I value those 1 APs way more than that fraudulent 0 AP. Rod Smith, definitely an underrated card. I don't even think I've played against this card yet, honestly. I never see him. Now at number 8, we got that man, Jerry Rice. And Jerry Rice, I don't have him yet personally, but I know a lot of people can get him. I've been slacking on my dailies. I'm not going to lie. I'm not really too interested in the comp pass, so I've been definitely slacking on my XP. I play the game a lot. I can't play the comp pass, man. Not for what were the cards? It was like DeVito and like, I don't even know the other dude. I've been slacking this season. But Jerry Rice is still good. I'm excited to get him. You can see 95 speed. He's much taller than the other guys. He got 2 inches right there, 6'2". Great stats across the board. But when you come to abilities, he actually has some decent ones. This one, trash. You don't want to use this one. Short Elite's trash. Improved catching on short passes. KOs counter these abilities into the dirt, and who really cares about short passes? I mean, really. But then when we come over here, he does get route tech for 1. I mean, that is definitely really glitchy. Although I will say most of us are using 8 AP or probably close to it on our quarterback. And also, it's not really a man meta Madden. It's still cool to have, especially maybe you're say if you're a really bad player against man coverage. Route tech will definitely save you and help you out a lot. And Jerry Rice could be your little crutch right there. But a solid card, definitely a good card for a free card. I know a lot of people are starting to get him soon. He could be ranked a little bit higher as well, depending on what theme team you run, because I know he gets a lot of theme teams, but I like to rank these videos off of a base value. And at number 7, we got Randy Moss. I almost forgot about this card when I was making the list because I was like looking at the 95s and whatnot, and he was like 3 pages into the MUT.GG when the wide receiver tab. So I almost forgot about Randy. I felt like a fraud when I did that because this card is still very good. 95 speed. He is the tallest of the bunch. I think he is like the third. Yeah, I'm looking at the list right now on my other screen. He's the 3rd tallest wide receiver on the list. So you got good height right there, 6'4", 95 speed, which, like I said, there's only 4 cards in the game with 96. So take it how you want. But at the end of the day, I think Randy, for the price you're paying, is amazing too. He just got Redux. One thing that always was a negative on him is he got absolutely garbage abilities. I mean, 3rd down threat for 2 AP, and then these are 3. I think, like, literally, like, we just saw Jerry Rice with 1 AP right here. I know it's a little tough, but at the end of the day, most of the time you're not running wide receiver abilities anyway. So Randy Moss, still a very good card. If he had like a 0 AP slot app or 1 AP slot app or something, he'd definitely be higher. Now we move to number 6, and although this is our shortest wide receiver on the list, Devon Hester, as many of you guys know, gets very, very good abilities in the game. This dude's a dog. He starts with an AK X Factor on, and also, yes, and also gets a 0 AP return man. I know it's not a wide receiver ability, but I feel like I have to partake that into the like how we grade these cards, right? I'm grading them as a whole. 0 AP return man is very good. It's a very good ability. We all see that you break 1 tackle minimum on the return every time. And also he starts on for 0 AP, either deep elite or route tech. So you're getting 0 AP route tech for at least half the game. I think it comes back on after 5 plays. So you're getting it for like 45% of the game right there. Don't know the exact math, but basically Devon Hester's the dog. I've been using this card. He's still currently on my team. Love him as a returner. Good wide receiver, especially when route tech is on. I think he's amazing, dude. I'll take abilities over a little bit of height every single day. At number 5, we still have Dion. Dion is literally Hester, but taller. I mean, just like 1 inch taller. He's literally the exact same card, right? He has built-in return, man, which is still 0 AP, but he also starts with an X Factor. So you can get route tech, which also starts on longer as well. I think it turns back on too, but the one everybody uses, this one right here, the RPO kids. You guys know, if you played an RPO guy, this ability is broken. Yak him up. You could throw him on a bubble screen. You could throw him on a drag, break 1 tackle, crib shot. Dion, one of the more annoying cards the game in the play against, but still goes in the Ghost Theme team, which is still very popular. He's 95 speed. Like I said, basically just a little bit taller Hester. And I also like Yak him up a little bit more as a starting X Factor than I do on the route tech. So sadly, although Hester is one of my favorite cards in the game, Dion is probably still better. Now we move to number 4, where we got our guy Zay Flowers. And Zay Flowers, now we're getting into 96 speed. So actually the shortest guy on this list, but I do think speed will forever be king in Madden. It always will be. Still gets one of the better theme teams. Although this theme team, I think people are starting to slowly go away from. Playoff theme team is still amazing, right? 96 speed, great stats across the board. You saw him also in every single, like, if you guys watched the MCS tournament this week, the Madden Bowl, the biggest tournament of the year, every player had Zay Flowers. Literally every single player. That was also before our number 1 / or you'll see later in the list. That was before a couple of these cards came out. But Zay Flowers, great card all around. I don't care about the height. Give me speed every single day. His abilities are also kind of mid over here, like playmaker. Probably not using, right? Especially with like quarterbacks getting like the backyard quarterback now, like McNair, and also the new one as well. What's his name? Doug Williams. So you're probably not using any of these abilities. Not really good abilities, but remember, speed is king. There's a reason why every single MCS pro that was playing for hundreds of $1,000s were literally using Zay Flowers. There's reasons. And at number 3, we have the free Hines Ward, and I almost didn't want to include this card on this list because you can only have him or Chuck Howley, and they're both equally good. I did a video on which one I think is the better one to choose yesterday, and honestly, the conclusion I came to is that they're both amazing, and you can pick whoever you really want because him and Chuck are dogs, but I have to include him on this list. Hines Ward is a free card that you get at 93. Once you put in a 95, he goes up to a 95 overall, but he has 96 base speed. I'm running a 25 theme team, so he's 97 on my team, but 96 base speed, great stats across the board. He is 6 foot, so when we look at it, right, he's like Jamar Chase a little bit, +1 speed on him, but ability-wise, he is absolutely amazing too. I don't want to talk about the light-up token on him as well. I know we can get that. He can get +1 speed, and then obviously he's probably one of the best in the game, but no one's using their light-up token on Hines Ward. At least I hope you guys aren't. But at the end of the day, if we come all the way over here, this is where he gets insane. 0 AP apprentices are great. Maybe you could save AP. Maybe if you only use slot apprentice. That's kind of me. I only use slot apprentice. A guy like Hines Ward's good because that means you don't have to use Power Master then, right? It's like if you only use 1 apprentice and it's the one he gets, that makes it more valuable. But he also gets Slot-O-Matic, tank for 1. He also comes over here. You can get route tech 2 on him. This card is absolutely amazing, man. Hines Ward, one of the faster wide receivers in the game. Good run blocker too. I know the chat made sure to they reminded me to make sure to tell you guys that in this video. He has like the block lead was 90 on him. I think the run blocking's 80. That's very good for a wide receiver. I don't personally care about that too much, but it's a plus. We got to mention it. Hines Ward's a dog, dude. This card is amazing, especially being not free, but you know what I mean. It's not free, but a good card. Definitely a really good card. Boys, and at number 1/2, we got our 1A and 1B. I didn't know who to put above each other, right? I think it depends on what theme team you're running. Obviously, Calvin Johnson gets the starting on X Factor of the double me. I would value that a little bit more if it was like a pass Madden. I think it's a mid ability. It definitely is. It's like a 10% luck chance, and most people have KOs literally everywhere on the field, so I don't value it too crazy, but they're both 6'5". They both get the good juke move, and they both are very good. Like, Plaxico is the best theme team in the game. Calvin basically gets every other theme team. He doesn't get Super Bowl, which does suck, but they're both amazing. It's so hard to go either way. They're both 96 base speed. You're seeing 97 right here because he's in my theme team. But you can see great stats all across the board. Plaxico has better catching. Calvin has better route running. I don't know, man. I think they're both dogs. If you're running a God Squad, you probably want to have both, although they're really, really expensive. go get you them, man. Both absolute legends in the game. I'm hoping that they switch Megatron's chem to Super Bowl on Monday when they update the AKAs, but if they don't, I don't know if I can hold on to 2 million coin wide receivers, dude. It's tough out here. But Plaxico has been a dog, and we already know what Calvin is. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below which wide receiver stack are you rocking right now in the game. Is there a guy I'm forgetting? Is there a guy too high, too low on this list? I love reading the feedback on the top 10s, man. And hope to see you guys in the next one. We got the best card in every position video coming tomorrow. I'll see you guys there. Peace out, boys.